Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Arkansas Home Energy Rebates Program webinar, hosted by the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment. The purpose of this webinar is to share background information on the new federal Home Energy Rebates Program, provide an overview of the objectives of Arkansas's planned program, share a high-level timeline, and gather public input. We've divided the webinar into three sections: welcome and introductions, program overview, and timeline and next steps. First, welcome and introductions. I'm Mitchell Simpson, the Director of the Arkansas Energy Office, which we refer to as AEO. AEO is an entity within the Arkansas Department of Energy and Environment whose mission is to promote energy efficiency, clean technology, and sustainable strategies that encourage economic development, energy security, and environmental well-being of Arkansas's businesses, communities, and citizens. AEO currently manages several federally funded energy programs, such as the Low Income Home Energy Assistance Program, or LIHEAP, and the Weatherization Assistance Program, or WAP. We also manage several state initiatives, such as energy efficiency contracting and trainings for energy professionals. Following the U.S. Department of Energy guidelines, AEO is leading Arkansas's Home Energy Rebates Program, which is the topic of this webinar. The U.S. Department of Energy, otherwise referred to as USDOE throughout the presentation, is responsible for oversight of this state program. At the end of this webinar, we will provide a link to a quick public input survey that should take approximately 3 minutes to complete. We will be accepting responses until November 6th. We greatly appreciate you viewing this webinar and providing your input to the survey that will help us understand the public's needs as we consider program options. Additionally, we will post the webinar recording and webinar slides to the Department of Energy and Environment's website. Now let's provide an overview of the Home Energy Rebates Program. The Home Energy Rebate Program, also known as Homes in Here, is a federally funded grant program administered by USDOE to promote energy efficiency in low and moderate income residential housing. $105 million in federal funds has been set aside for Arkansas to develop a state-level program. While there are some federal requirements that every state must follow, each state can seek funding from USDOE to design its own program tailored to states' priorities, and it's our goal to build a program that addresses the needs of Arkansans. Once established, this program will be implemented through the Arkansas Energy Office. The Home Energy Rebates Program is designed to help low and moderate income households afford energy efficiency improvements. By providing rebates for upgrades like high efficiency heating or cooling equipment, insulation, and air and duct sealing, we aim to reduce both energy use and energy costs for residents. Eligibility for the program is set by the federal government and is based on income. Both low income and moderate income households are eligible. Per USDOE definitions, low-income households are defined as those earning below 80% of the area median income. Moderate-income households are defined as those earning between 80% and 150% of the area median income. We'll further explain the income levels and eligibility later in this webinar. Both single-family households and multifamily buildings will be eligible to apply for rebates. For income eligibility verification, states must allow citizens who are eligible for select existing low-income federal programs to be eligible for this rebate program without having to go through additional income verification. Please note, while these citizens will be eligible for the program, this does not guarantee their participation in the rebate program. Now, let's move on to talk a little bit about the objectives that we hope to meet for Arkansans with this program. When designing our program, we want to balance 4 key objectives. Our office aims to design the Home Energy Rebate Program to maximize the most impactful energy efficiency measures in a flexible and simple program. One key objective of the program design is to focus on whole home retrofits. Many homes in Arkansas do not have proper insulation and sealing, which means higher energy bills because heated or cool air escapes to the outside. To help save energy and cut costs for Arkansans, we're planning to pair appliance upgrades with insulation and sealing upgrades. This way, the benefits of upgraded appliances will be maximized, resulting in overall reduced energy costs. A second key objective of the program design is to maximize impact by reaching the greatest number of households while minimizing out of pocket costs for each household. Flexibility for Arkansas residents is the third key objective. We want to allow recipients to decide which appliances best meet their needs and to be able to choose from among eligible appliances. Simplicity is the fourth key objective for our home energy rebate program. We want to create a straightforward program that's easy for Arkansas households to access with a single process to verify eligibility. Energy efficiency upgrades can reduce energy usage and cost in your home. This slide shows examples of potential energy efficiency upgrades that could qualify for rebates under this program. These upgrades include heat pumps, electric wiring, ceiling and insulation, and various appliances. To qualify for these rebates, there are additional requirements of the federal funding that all state programs must follow. First, the appliances need to be Energy Star certified. Energy Star is a US DOE program that promotes energy efficient products, and you can find a list of certified products on their website. You can find the link to the DOE list on this slide and on our website. Additionally, the total rebate amount a household receives cannot be more than the total project costs. This means a household cannot receive more money from rebates than the amount they spent on the project. For example, if a project costs $1,000, the rebates received by a household cannot exceed $1,000. There is also a limit on the total rebate amount per household based on thresholds established by US DOE for all states. This means there is a maximum limit on rebate funds you can receive for your home, regardless of total project costs. The limits vary depending on a few factors, such as household income. Finally, to be eligible for a rebate, projects must meet minimum energy savings. This means each project must be designed to reduce your household's energy use by a certain amount. These energy savings requirements are federally required to encourage energy savings and lower energy bills. One additional consideration we're exploring is whether to require installations to be performed by qualified contractors who have the proper certifications to install these energy efficiency upgrades. As I mentioned earlier, this program will target low and moderate income residents. So now let's discuss how you can determine if you qualify as low or moderate income. According to USDOE, low income households are those that earn less than 80% of area median income. Area median income, or AMI, is the midpoint of an area's income distribution, meaning half of the households in the area earn more than this amount, and half of the households in the area earn less than this amount. AMI is used to determine program eligibility and varies by household size and geographic location. This slide uses data published by USDOE to show a few cases of whether example households would qualify as low income. Now, again, these are just a few example households. Data is available for all counties in the state. Households with income under the 80% AMI limit would qualify as low income. For example, a household of four with an annual income of $70,000 in Benton County would qualify as low income because their household income is under the 80% AMI limit of $75,500 for the county and household size. However, a household of three with an annual income of $70,000 in Benton County would not qualify as low income because their household income is greater than the limit of $67,950. As another example, a two-person household in Sebastian County with an annual income of $40,000 would qualify as low income because their household income is below $42,600, which is the 80% AMI limit for a household of two in Sebastian County. To check the 80% limit for your county and household size, You can use the links provided in this webinar presentation or on our website to find the AMI limits in your area and determine if your household would qualify as low income and be eligible for the program. Now, as I mentioned in the previous slide, the program is also designed for moderate income residents. The USDOE defines moderate income as households that earn between 80% and 150% of area median income. In our previous example, we looked at a household of three in Benton County with a household income of $70,000 a year. This household would qualify as moderate income as their household income is above the 80% AMI limit, but below the 150% AMI limit of $127,450 for a household of three in Benton County. A household of two people in Sebastian County with an annual income of $50,000 would also qualify as moderate income because their household income is above the 80% AMI limit, but below the 150% AMI limit of $97,800 for a household of two in Sebastian County. However, if this household of two had an annual income of $100,000, they would not qualify as moderate income. Again, to check AMI for your county and household size, you can use the links in this webinar presentation or on our website to access information on income eligibility posted by the USDOE. We expect these income tables to be updated throughout the duration of the program. Next, we're going to go over a tentative high-level timeline for the program. Currently, our office is evaluating design options for this program. According to USDOE guidelines, states that want to receive federal funds for this program must submit an application by January 31st, 2025. We expect it would take about a year to launch the rebate program after the application is submitted to and approved by USDOE. This means the potential program could launch in Arkansas as early as 2026, with rebates available to low and moderate income households in Arkansas after the launch. Per USDOE guidelines, the Home Energy Rebate Program must end by September 30th, 2031, though it could end sooner if all funds are used before this date. Finally, we are going to finish the webinar with next steps. This is the end of this presentation. Thank you very much for viewing our webinar about the Home Energy Rebates Program. Now, we want to hear your feedback. We created a survey to gather public input on the program. The survey should only take about 3 minutes, and you have until November 6th to submit the survey and have your input be considered. We are going to put the link in the webinar chat for everyone to access now. The survey is also shown on this slide, and these slides will be posted to AEO's webpage on the department's website. In addition to the survey, you may also send program design feedback or questions to the email listed on the slide until November 6th. We will post the recording of this webinar and the webinar slides on the department's website. Additionally, the Arkansas Energy Office will review all the responses and emails received and will post answers to frequently asked questions on the AEO page of the department's website. The Arkansas Energy Office is committed to designing a program that works for Arkansans and providing more information as it is available. We encourage you to register for our email list to receive up-to-date information about the program at the second link we put in the webinar chat. The email list registration is also hyperlinked on this slide, and these slides will be posted to AEO's webpage. We thank you again for watching this webinar to learn about the Home Energy Rebates Program. Please remember to take the survey and have a great day.